Buenos días, buenas tardes y buenas noches. Y para os brasileiros, bom dia, boa tarde e boa noite. You are in your immigration process and you might have received what's called a request for evidence, or even worse, a notice of intent to deny. And in the midst of all that what's going on today with the coronavirus and the travel bans and the lockdowns, I'm going to share with you guys what you need to know on the intent to deny, the notice for intent to deny, and the request for evidence. I'm Ribeiro, immigration attorney, helping entrepreneurs and professionals get their green card. And if you stick with me to the end of the video, you're going to know exactly what you need to do during this pandemic. Okay, so before we get into today's topic, you know what to do, which is make sure that you guys are subscribed and even hit the little bell so that you are notified every time you want to get more content like this. Okay, let's get into it. So first, let's talk about what is a request for evidence, also known as an RFE, and what is a notice of an intent to deny. So while you're in your immigration process, if the officer who is looking at your immigration petition, if they have questions or if they have some information that's maybe missing, or if they're looking for more documentation, which is going to help them make a decision and move your process along, they will send you what is called a request for evidence, also known as a notice of intent to deny. The reason that they put those big scary letters of notice of intent to deny is that if you fail to respond to that communication, boom, denial, you're done, okay? So usually what happens is when you are getting one of those requests for evidence or notice of intent to deny, is that you have a deadline to respond. So it's not like they send this to you and then, oh, your immigration process is on hold until you decide to get around to responding to the RFE. No, no, no. You have a specific deadline, usually pre-COVID, pre-coronavirus, pre-pandemic. You usually had either 30 days or 90 days to respond, right? So you had a specific time period in which to submit that extra documentation or information that the officer is requesting of you. So what happens if you get one of these notices and it's during the pandemic? Everything is locked down, okay? So we know that immigration, their physical offices have been closed. We know that courts are shut down. We know that other government buildings are not operating as, usual because of the pandemic, because of the lockdown. So what does that mean for your request for evidence? Well, USCIS immigration, they are doing the utmost in trying to be flexible, right, with what's going on, because they know that things are not regularly open these days. So they are actually giving you applicants a little bit more time in order to respond to that request for evidence or the notice of intent to deny. They are giving you 60 extra days. Now, not everybody is getting the 60 days, the extension, right? Not everybody qualifies for that. Not everybody is getting that. Who are the ones that are getting it? If you got a request for evidence or a notice of intent to deny between March 1st through May 1st, you are within that time period in which you get the extra 60 days. So instead of the notice telling you 30 days, maybe you get 30 days plus 60, or if it's 90 days, you get 90 days plus 60 days as well. If you are not within that time frame, you have to respond within that time frame that they originally gave you. You don't get extra time. So this is another way that immigration has been really stepping up to the plate and being a lot more lenient as far as how they are responding to the coronavirus and to the pandemic. We saw that they have extended visas. If you needed visa extensions, they are allowing those. If you are in your green card interest interview. They have been approving green cards without actually having to have physical interviews. They have also not been requiring new biometrics to be done if you are applying for a work extension, like you're renewing your EAD or your work permit, right? So they're doing a lot of things, which, you know, hats off to them because they are still working behind the scenes, even though the physical offices are closed. So what do you guys think about this? I mean, what do you think immigration has been doing? What have you seen in your process? Have you gotten an RFE, and do they actually send you, you know, the notification that they're extending the time frame in which you can respond? I'd love to know your comments. Don't forget, if you are a professional or an entrepreneur and you are looking for how you can use your background and use your expertise to immigrate into the United States, download the free checklist for green card applicants looking to get a green card based on their entrepreneurship or their professionalism. I'm leaving that in the comments for you as well, or in the descriptions, I should say. So make sure that you guys are downloading that and taking advantage of it so you can live your green card life as a professional and as an entrepreneur. I'll see you guys in the next one.